accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, sponsored by AC Designs.
Now, I know if you take a look at the warning here, this is something I want to point out. 11:55, we did have an update. That's because the center of the storm did make landfall all over the Bahamas here, moving out past that Elbow K, now moving towards the west. Still expected to strengthen up to a Category 1. Now, I know we expected it this morning. It has been struggling a bit, which is good news. The weaker, the better. But unfortunately, it still is all about the wind field. I keep on saying that again because I know a lot of us, and we're used to watching that center line, myself as well. And the further you're away from it, you're thinking you're okay. But this is a large wind field on this storm. That's why tropical storm warnings are in place all of North Florida. Everybody is at least under a tropical storm watch or warning out here for those winds, which are going to be upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour sustained as this comes by. But near the coast, we could be seeing gusts as high as 50, maybe 60 miles per hour down towards St. Augustine into the Palm Coast. A storm surge warning is in place on top of that. So let's time this out for you with our FUTURECAST. Now, this model, I think, has been handling this fairly well. It handled Ian pretty good, too. It's our in-house model, having this storm system strengthen just a bit, passing on shore just south of the Space Coast. But this is the time that I'm worried about. Tomorrow morning, right around 4, 5, 6 o'clock. So breakfast time up to late morning. Yeah, the center is well towards our south, but look at these bands wrapping around, especially right here. If we get a band like this, we get this training effect and this large fetch area pushing on shore around high tide. That is a trifecta. You have the high tide, you have the onshore wind, you have those rain bands, which could be piling up some of that water into places like the intracoastal, out here towards St. Augustine, the Matanzas Inlet, upwards of 4 to 5 feet. Maybe some locations could see as high as 6 feet. Very similar to what we've seen with Ian. Back towards the St. Johns River, that's already backed up. It's already running high here. And even in the southeastern Georgia, we're not forgetting about you too. You are also going to be looking at those water level rises. Here's those high tides for Thursday morning. This is when I think some of the worst as far as that coastal flooding is going to take place. Jack's Beach is around 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock for downtown around the Main Street Bridge. The Bucknam around 1 p.m. St. Augustine, 9:30 in the morning. Already we've seen actually near the fort, the water's topping the wall there. Look at the Main Street Bridge. The latest high tide, this is current. I just updated this a few minutes ago. It is near moderate flood level right now downtown. By the way, a few of you asked me, how common do we get November storms? The last time we had a landfalling storm on the east coast of Florida at any month was in 2005 with Katrina. The last time we had a landfalling storm on the east coast in November was 1935. It's been a while.